Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our weekday video posts. Last time we talked about the mind state of generosity and more specifically, how it can be used to balance the heart and mind when it gets weary from being with what's difficult. While for sure, the trajectory of our Vipassana practice is to be able to be with all things, the development of equanimity. So that's definitely, opening to what is, and so that as we cultivate that ability, we don't have to run away and compensate for what's difficult. There's much more of an ease in the heart and mind that can just be with. And so that is also, and sometimes what is can be too much, whether it's acute, a particular situation all at once, or over time. Sometimes with chronic pain, that can be the case, where just the mind just starts to get weary in the face of it. And that's what we were talking about in terms of the ongoing pandemic and the unrest in this country. This is like ongoing difficulty when we're really feeling into that, when we're connecting with how much suffering the pandemic is causing, and how much suffering racism is and has caused in this country. It can be overwhelming. So sometimes we need to balance the heart and mind with something else. And generosity, as I was saying last time, is a great thing to cultivate to do that. Today, I want to talk about, I like to call generosity's like first cousin. And that is the mind state of gratitude. Another, like generosity, gratitude is another very kind of bright and buoyant, uplifting mind state. Feels really great when it's present. And so just, by itself, gratitude can be another mind state to cultivate, to help balance the heart and mind when it starts to become weary from connecting with suffering and what's difficult. And what's great about gratitude is that all we have to do is just, turn our attention to what we might be grateful for. And it's not hard to think of things. Just sitting here looking out the window right now, it's a beautiful day out, and we can be grateful for that. We can be grateful for just simple things, the people in our lives, that we have enough to eat, that we have a roof over our head, if those two are true. So we don't have to set the bar really high, whatever good health is present in the moment. I mean, the next breath, that we have this atmosphere that nourishes us with every breath. So just very, immediate things like that, we can reflect on and be grateful for. So in and of itself, gratitude can help balance the heart and mind when it's weary, but also there's a definite relationship between gratitude and generosity. And it goes like this. When gratitude is in the mind, when we are grateful for something, what is not there is a sense of lack, of not having enough. When there's gratitude in the mind, there's a sense of abundance. And these two things, either having a sense of a lack of things or having a sense of abundance, are going to both play a very different role in terms of generosity. So one will, be a headwind to it when we're feeling like there's not enough. And, it's going to be harder for generosity to arise in the mind. And when we're feeling like there's abundance and we have abundance, that's going to be more supportive for generosity to arise in the mind. Not that we can't be generous when we feel like we don't have enough. I'm just talking about in general what will be more supportive and what would be more of a headwind to it. So this relationship between gratitude and generosity is quite close. When gratitude is in the mind, generosity cannot be far off. So just kind of practicing with both of those, and for today, taking some time. And it doesn't take time; it takes 2 seconds to think about what we might be grateful for. And as always, we need to remember to do that, right? So we cultivate sati, mindfulness, as a way to remember. This is a wholesome thing that I want to remember to cultivate. So let's go ahead and do some of the mindfulness practice now and cultivate that mind state so that we can remember to practice with gratitude or any other wholesome thing that we might want to do. So go ahead and settling into the posture you're going to meditate in. Letting the eyes come softly to close. And everything we just did, settling in and closing the eyes, was physical. And so starting to draw the attention to the body and connect with the body. Feeling the body. Perhaps starting by feeling where it's touching something. Tends to be the easiest place to connect somatically with the body. And keeping in mind that every moment of connection with the body in this way is a moment of being present and a moment where mindfulness is established and being strengthened. This is the first foundation of mindfulness that the Buddha taught, mindfulness of body. Just noticing what you feel at these touch points. Doesn't need to be anything special, just that you feel. That the mind is directed towards the body and connected with the sensations that are being felt. Inviting the body to soften and relax. Relax into stillness. The body relaxes, and also sense of opening. That we're not kind of contracted and held and defended. Widening and opening. And we can invite the attention to also widen and open. So moving from just noticing the body at contact points to noticing the whole body. Feeling the whole body all at once. This sense of the attention widening to fill the whole body. Feeling the body now more as a field of sensations rather than a discrete form with distinct boundaries. Just this field of tiny sensations that are rapidly coming into and going out of existence. Sparkling, shimmering. And the sensations that we feel may be described as tingling, vibrating, buzzing, pulsing. The body is alive, it's animated with energy. And this can be felt. And we can invite the breath in to be felt. Not leaving our attention, not leaving this field of changing sensations to somehow go feel the breath somewhere else. Feeling the breath in the body within this field of changing sensations. And we can let the rhythmic process of this in and out breathing serve to deepen the calm and the relaxation in the body. The out breath especially has a calming effect on the body and on the nervous system. Enjoying the moments, however short-lived they may be, where the mind is resting in the body, feeling the body, temporarily freed from wanting and not wanting, from chasing after this or that, going into the future or the past with hope and fear. Momentarily putting it all down, letting go. And just being with the experience of the breath body. I hope you enjoyed some moments there of being present and of the mind temporarily freed from that which afflicts it. If you remember a ways back when we were talking about nibbana, talking about tiny moments of nibbana, tiny moments of the mind freed from craving. As you go about your day today, seeing if you can remember moments of being grateful. As I mentioned, along with generosity, it's such a great mind state to be present with. It's uplifting, it's happy, it's bright, it's buoyant. The other thing about being grateful, I'll just mention, is there's a sense of humility, at least I find. When I'm being grateful, it's almost like, the mind or the heart is saying thank you. Thank you to the sunshine. Thank you to the kind person. Thank you to the bird song, whatever we're being grateful for. So this sense of self isn't so puffed up. It's more diminished at that time, more humble, this sense of an inner thank you happening. So I wish you many moments of that today. I wish you the mindfulness, the sati, to remember to do that. And, as anything, the more we do it, the more it starts to get habitual. So I wish that for you. And I wish that you can meet whatever the uncertainty, both the uncertainty itself, but also whatever arises today in your life, that you can meet it with an open heart and a mind that's even and non-reactive. Okay, I wish you well with all that, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.